Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Now, tonight, we are going to do something that I think you're going to enjoy. I've asked some of the, oh, for heaven's sakes, look what got stuck to my glasses here. These are trading stamps. You know, I don't know, wherever you go, now you get trading stamps. I mean, in the drugstores and gas stations and in meat markets, every place. As a matter of fact, I got these for paying a parking ticket in Beverly Hills. Yeah, that's right. You know, in Beverly Hills, they give you trading stamps when you pay your fines. Any place. And they have them, really, wherever you go. I know one fella in Beverly Hills was so happy. You see, he was arrested 10 times. And now he only needs 2 jaywalks and a U-turn to fill his book. But they do. Gosh, you can't go any place. You get these. My pockets have been full of these trading stamps, you know. And the other day, I must tell you something I did. By mistake, I put some on a letter that I mailed, you see. And it was so embarrassing. I mean, the post office was very nice about it, though. They didn't mail my letter, but they sent me a percolator. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this thing that I told you that we were going to do tonight that I thought you'd enjoy, I'm going to have my announcer, Don Wilson, come out and explain it to you. Oh, Don Wilson, would you come out here, please?
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Harlow. What are you doing here?
Well, Daddy sent me to take his place. He couldn't make it here tonight.
What do you mean your daddy couldn't make it?
Well, last night he fell down and broke his leg.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Harlow. If I'd have known it, I'd have sent my doctor over to see him, you know. No, he's a veterinarian. He might have shot him. But, Harlow, I still think that your daddy had a lot of nerve sending you over here to take his place without telling me.
You never liked me.
Well, Harlow, I haven't got anything against you personally, you know, but this is a big show. I owe something to my sponsor and to my public. And anyway, I still say your father should have let me know that he couldn't be here.
Well, he was afraid to.
Why?
2 years ago, when he had pneumonia, he told you about it, but you made him come to the studio anyway.
Harlow.
By the time he got home, we had to take him to the hospital.
Well, how did I know it was going to rain? Anyway, Harlow, look. As long as your dad isn't here, I'll have to take over, and I won't need you.
But, Mr. Benny, give me a chance. I can announce as well as my father does.
Oh, Harlow, no, look at that.
I've been going to an elocution school that teaches all the latest things. Listen. How now, brown cow? How now, green cow? How now, purple cow? How now, chartreuse cow?
Wait a minute. Brown cow, purple cow?
That's for color television.
Harlow.
Don't you get it? That's a joke. I get it.
Now, look, Harlow, as long as I'm stuck with you, will you stand over there backstage, and when I need you, I'll call you.
But, Mr. Benny, I have a poem I wrote that I want to read.
Look, we haven't got time for a
But,
poem.
Mr. Benny, it's not very...
Go now, fat cow. All right. You know, I really can't get mad at that kid. Because, I don't know, I've known him for such a long time, since he was a little boy. You know, Harlow was actually, he learned to walk when he was 3 weeks old. That's a fact. He had to. Nobody could pick him up. Now, if Don Wilson were here, he would explain this next thing that I told you about, but he's not, so I'll try and do it myself. Would you open the curtains, please? Thank you. Oh, it's beautiful. You know, ladies and gentlemen, you know, ever since I've been on television, once or twice a year, I've done sort of an amateur show where I've introduced new talent. You know, people who haven't had a chance to be seen. And I've been asked so many times, what happens to these people? So I had my producer check into it, you know, and bring back the one who has had the greatest success after appearing on my show. And it's really quite a thrill. I understand she has just arrived. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to meet Miss Lisa Porter. How do you do, Miss Porter? I must say it's very nice to see you again.
Thank you, Mr. Benning.
And you know, if I recall, when you appeared on my show at that time as an amateur then, of course, that you sang an opera number, didn't you?
Yes, that's true. I sang One Kiss from New Moon, and that's what started me on my career.
Well, I'm awfully glad to hear that. Now, we may have had at that time viewers who didn't happen to see the show or hear you sing that number. So would you mind doing it now?
I'd be glad to.
All right.
One kiss, one man to save it for, one love for him alone, one word, one vow, and nothing more. Tell him mine is all. One magic night within his arms, with passion more unfurled. But I will try to love only one man, and no other man in the world.
Well, Miss Porter, that was just wonderful. And you know, I remember now when you sang that number on my show that I predicted then that with that beautiful voice, you'd really have great success.
I know, Mr. Benning, and I'm so grateful to you because it was your faith in me that gave me the encouragement to go out and make good.
Well, I'm glad. And it's nice to know, it's gratifying that there's so many people who like that kind of music, you know.
Well, a lot of people do. However, you know, when you tour extensively, you have to make certain adjustments in your repertoire in order to have a broader appeal.
Oh, that's understandable.
As a matter of fact, the number that's requested the most of me is my rendition of Body and Soul. Wherever I go, they request that.
Well, Body and Soul is a beautiful number. Would you do that for us?
I'd be glad to.
Okay. Mr. Merrick, if you please.
My heart is sad and lonely. For you I sigh. For you.
thing I've ever heard of. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize. I mean, if that's what happens to the winners of our amateur, I certainly am not going to bring back the losers. I never saw anything like this. Harlow, if you want to be on a big show like this, you've got to use your head. Now, look, when I asked you to bring out the screen, you put it in front of me. Now, any moron would have put it in front of her instead of me.
You're so right.
Harlow, do me a favor. Don't aggravate me and get off the stage.
You never did like me.
Harlow, I do like you.
Then why don't you let me read my poem?
Because we haven't got time for a poem.
It's very short, and I wrote it myself.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, maybe it'll calm things down for a while here. All right.
It's called An Ode to California.
An ode to California? All right, go ahead. It's over with.
An Ode to California. C is for the climate that we're blessed with. A is for the air so bright and pure.
Where's he been?
L is for the lazy life we live here. I is for the Il Segundo sewer.
That's El Segundo, not Il Segundo, unless you're living there.
F is for the freeways we have miles of. O is for the oranges we squeeze. R is for the riptides in the ocean. N is for the nose with which we sneeze.
What's that got to do with California?
I is for the island Catalina. A is for the actors on TV. Put them all together, they spell California, the state where only smog is free.
Just listen to that applause. Oh, our son is so talented.
Oh, he certainly is.
You know, Don, that was a wonderful idea you had. Telling Jack you broke your leg so Harlow could have this chance. Oh, what'd you turn it off for?
Well, we saw Harlow. Why watch the rest of the show?
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be seeing you next week.
Great show, Mr. Benny.
Thanks. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I'm kind of thirsty.
Oh, Mr. Benny,
Oh, Harlow.
I just wanted to say goodnight, and I think this is one of our best shows.
Yes, I believe it was.
And, Mr. Benny, in case you're worried, since you gave me my big opportunity, if I get any other offers, I'll let you know first.
Well, I'm so glad you told me that, Harlow. I wouldn't have been able to sleep tonight.
Well, good night.
What's that for?
Oh, those autograph hounds outside can drive you crazy.
What a character that guy is. Autograph hounds he's worried about. Yada-dee-da-dum, bum-bee-da-dum, ba-bum, bum-bee-da. Hello, Rochester? Oh, Rog, I won't be home for dinner. Don Wilson broke his leg, so I'll have a bite here, and then I'll go over to visit him. Oh. Goodbye.
Oh, my goodness. I better go home and tell Daddy.
Excuse me, Mr. Benny, I couldn't help overhearing. Did you say Don Wilson broke his leg?
Yes, that's why his son took his place tonight. Don broke his leg last night.
Well, that's impossible.
What do you mean it's impossible?
Well, I saw him out playing golf this morning.
Playing golf?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, then why would he send Harlow over to... Oh, I get it. He made up that whole thing just so Harlow would be on the show. Well, I'll fix him.
Gee, I hope everybody saw Harlow. He was really good.
Oh, he certainly was. Well, he'll be hungry when he gets home. I better bring in that tray of food I have ready for him.
Oh. I'm sorry, but we don't want any... Oh, Harlow. Well, I didn't recognize you with your dark glasses on.
Who is it, dear?
Our son, the announcer.
Oh, Harlow, you were just wonderful.
Thank you,
Daddy and
Mother.
I were so proud of you.
Thank you,
Now,
Mother.
you just sit right down here, dear. Tell us all about it.
Yes, sir, we're anxious to know.
You can eat while you're talking.
Just a minute. There was something important that I wanted to tell you. Now, let's see, what was it?
Oh, never mind, dear. Tell us all about the show.
Yes, Harlow. Look, were you a little nervous out there?
Only once.
Oh?
When was that, dear?
When that girl took her clothes off.
Well, that I can understand.
Gee, I wish I could remember what it was I wanted to tell you, Daddy.
Oh, you'll think about it later, son.
Oh, well, Harlow, that piece is kind of dry. Look, dear, why don't you eat this leg?
Thank you. Leg. Wait a minute, that's it. Your leg.
But there's nothing wrong with my leg.
That's just it. Mr. Benny's coming over to see you.
Oh, my goodness. And we told Jack my leg is
Oh,
broken.
Don, what are we going to do?
Well, I can't just stand here.
No.
This is... Oh, I know. I'll get in bed and you bandage my leg.
All right.
Come on, let's tear up some
Yes,
bed
all
sheets.
right.
Oh, no, that won't work. Jack will spot that right away. Oh,
Jack would.
Yes, he'd spot it right away. Oh, I know. Let's put a sign on the door saying we're away on vacation.
Oh, well, all right. Don, come back in here. You wouldn't go on vacation with a broken leg.
Oh, I guess you're right. I don't know what to do with... Oh, I know. I'll just pack a few things and go away for a few days. Where's that bag, honey?
Well, it's up on the top shelf, dear. No, Don, not that chair, please. Now, Don, you be careful, dear. Don, don't just lie there. Jack will be here any minute.
Oh, my leg. Harlow, call the doctor.
I'm not through eating yet.
Stop eating and call the doctor.
You never did like me.
Well, it couldn't have been much worse, you know. It's only broken in 3 places.
Place.
Yeah. This is the place, and this is the place, and this is the place. Well, I think so. I mix up a batch of stuff with what I make a cast. And don't move that leg. You hear that? Stay still. Mrs. Wilson, please. Where do you keep here the kitchen?
Over this way. I'll help you, doctor.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Daddy, your poor leg.
Oh, don't touch it, Harlow. Don't touch it. Oh.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny.
Hello, Harlow. I came to visit your father. Or is he out playing golf?
No, Daddy's on the couch. He broke his leg.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that, Don, about your breaking your leg. Do you feel, Oh, Don, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Is it painful? I mean, where does it hurt? Does it hurt here? Oh, here! Oh, Lois, haven't you heard? Don broke his leg. In fact, that's why Harlow had to come over and do the show. But I'll say one thing. Even though Harlow was very, very good, there's no one like gold!
What are you doing? Oh, darling, did he hurt your leg?
Well, I'll say one thing for you folks. When you put on an act, you really rehearse it. There's a beautiful picture of a concerned wife with her suffering husband.
But, Jack, you don't understand.
Well, I got all the stuff here to make a cast for the leg. I'll be with you in a jiffy.
Oh, brother. Couldn't you at least be original? I mean, did you have to go and cast a doctor with a German accent and a phony beard?
Don't do that!
Hey, that beard is real.
Of course it's real. And I am real. I am Dr. Schlesinger.
Dr. Schlesinger?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's the name of my doctor.
That is my brother, the veterinarian.
Then, Donsy, you really did break your leg.
Jack, that's what I've been trying to tell you. I broke my leg in 3 places.
This is the place. This is the place. And this is the place.
Well, Don, I'm so sorry about it. I thought you were just putting on an act for me. Particularly a Harlow coming down to take your place and everything. And another thing, Don, somebody at the studio told me that you were out playing golf this morning.
Well, Jack, I have a confession to make. I really didn't break my leg last night, but like any good father, I wanted my son to have a chance, so I pretended to break my leg so he'd get on your show.
Well, then why is your leg broken now?
Well, just a little while ago when I found out you were coming here, I fell off a chair and I really broke my leg.
Oh, Don, I'm sorry. Doctor, how long will he be laid up?
About 6 weeks, if you don't visit him.
Well, Don, since you told the truth and you're so concerned about your son having a job on my show, I'll tell you what. Harlow, you can be the announcer on my show for the next 6 weeks.
Oh, Daddy, did you hear that? Mr. Benny's going to let me be the announcer. Oh, goody, goody, I'm
My poor baby. Well, now I gotta mix another bunch of stuff for that clumsy stunk.
Well, what am I going to do about my announcer?
Announcer?
Yes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I now present the star from the show, Mr. Jack Benny.
Hey,
You like that?
you'll be wonderful.
Go with me.
What about Harlow's leg?
But I care about a leg. I'm in show business now. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the star from the Jack Benny Show, Dr. Adolf Schlesinger.
We'll be back in just a moment, but first...
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed the show. And I'd like to bring out my entire cast now. First, Don Wilson. His wife, Lois. Their son, Harlow. And that wonderful dancer. Good night, folks. I'll be seeing you soon.